we're going to talk to Michelle Duffie. She's going to be talking to us about how to get next to brands, how to get brands next to Christian entertainment, and the challenges that those things provide. Michelle, tell us how to weigh in on all of that.
Well, thank you, ladies, so much for having me. I'm just going to backtrack a little bit to what Kim said, because it blessed me so much. Like, one of the laws of success is to always do more than you're paid for. That's how we have become successful. So Kim said, selflessly offer service. And that's always been our motto at our company, to go above and beyond what the check is, because at some point you'll be getting checks that are more value than actually the work that you're doing. So start out with always doing more than you're paid for. I just had to throw that in. Kim, thank you for that. So when we talk about branding, and how do we attract corporate clients to our product, our product must be competitive. That's the first thing. The quality of our work, the story, the presentation, the rollout. Corporate brands don't have sympathy, and you guys forgive me for what I'm about to say. Well, actually, don't forgive me. Take it and love it. But corporate brands don't have sympathy or pity on our community just because we slap a cross on it, pray over it, and have CCM pop songs on the soundtrack. Subpar work, poorly written scripts, horrible production and direction, bad acting, and unprofessional pitch decks do not draw in corporate brands. Hey, that's what it is. But you know, really, if I had $1 for every email or website inquiry that says, hey, I have a script, or hey, I have a song, or hey, I'm a singer, or hey, I have a new brand of lipstick, and then when we try to lightly inquire, I mean, you know, send us a pitch deck. Well, what is that? Well, I mean, you haven't even shown yourself a great steward because you haven't done the work, you haven't done the research. You got to be a good steward, and you have to study to show yourself approved. So that's the first part of it. Our product has to be competitive. It has to be. And when I say competitive, I'm not comparing it to secular or mainstream presentations. I'm saying it has to be up to par. We as believers and people in the faith community, our offering should be superior. That we should take pride in what we present. We should want ours to be next level. It can't be sloppy. It can't be, we'll just take it. One of the #1 movies at Lifetime for the past 3 years running is the Clark Sisters movie, which came out April of 2020. It's a 100% gospel branded movie. And it's the highest rated movie at Lifetime in 3 years. Yeah. The brands that attach to that particular product are because of the excellent production, the excellent quality, the superior soundtrack, the way it was written. And as you said, Kim, it took several production teams. It took lots of writers, excuse me, to pull it together. It wasn't just, hey, I have an idea. I'm a woman of faith. Let me just write something that is covers the Clark sisters, life history. No, it was passing it down the lines, allowing people to read it, allowing the script to get kicked back several times to make sure that what was presented to Lifetime and what was ultimately presented to us as consumers was stellar. We always take offense for some reason, which is completely not of the faith mindset of a believer's mindset, because offense is not something that we should be taking either. But we get offensive when someone says, you know what, this is not right, take it back, do it over. Let me redline all of this. This sucks, for lack of better words. I mean, this sucks, like send it back. But we have to have tough skin in this business, and we have to always present above par. And then people will still redline and send things back. But it's for us to step up to the plate, step up to the challenge, and be able to walk in the critique that's given to us. To get brands interested, I mean, presenting factual data to brands, the fact that we have 43 million African Americans in the United States, and we are the top consumer of entertainment products such as movies and television. Hispanics and Asians follow that. Brands know this. They understand that America has been browning. That's, I guess, the PC way to say it, but it's been browning for many, many years. And so they want to market products to a brown culture, to a diverse culture that looks like what the world looks like. And the content that we present to them has to cater to everyone. So when we're writing scripts, when we're casting, it has to be legitimate placement of a cast that looks like the world. I notice a lot of films that I see, especially on the faith side, don't necessarily cater to diversity. Now, the message is universal, a message of faith, a message of hope, a message of love or inspiration. Well, that's colorless. So yes, I can embrace it. But it would be beautiful for me to see that, hey, I'm one of the people on the screen. My voiceover is on the animated character. I can tell it's brown. I can tell there's some color in the production. And it doesn't turn the production to an African-American script or an Asian script or a Latino production. It just feels like what I see when I go in the grocery store, what I see when I go to the gas station.
Right.
It's what I see when I look at America. And so I think it is essential that we intentionally put effort towards making the screen look like what the world looks like. I mean, intentionally, because sometimes it seems like we intentionally don't do that. Brands are attracted to diverse culture. They're attracted to what the world looks like. And you see now, especially over the past 6 months, a lot of corporate brands are really catering into the African American community, making sure that their commercials have browned up a bit. And it just feels special, I think, to the whole world to be able to see that a brand is attracted to that. The brands follow the culture. And so if we are not producing content that follows the culture, not taking faith out of it, not taking the aspect that we're believers out of it, but that follows maybe I shouldn't say the word culture, because I think I sometimes get in trouble with the word culture. But where society is, brands are looking at what's happening in society. We're going to attach ourselves to that because we know that's where the eyeballs are, and that's where the visibility is. I think also.
I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
I just wanted to weigh in a little bit here because one of the things that you were talking about with regard to culture, there was a television program the other day that came out. It's called Broke, and it's about a family who takes in the sister because she and her husband have been cut off from his wealthy father. Cute, very diverse cast, a Hispanic lead guy and his butler, and they were constantly interjecting all of that. And to me, it felt very authentic. I mean, everywhere you look, our households are mixed, our business environments are mixed, but so many times the characters that could easily be any culture are relegated to the stereotypes. If we could start thinking out of the box, if the lead has to be a Black woman because it's the story of a Black woman and her struggles, that doesn't mean that some of the other characters can't be Hispanic or Asian or white or whatever, because that's the environment that we live in, especially when you're in the Southwest or the Northeast. I mean, those societies have become very, like you said, brown. All the cultures have integrated, and that's the beautiful part. It's not so siloed anymore. You can have that flow going back and forth and appeal to those brands that you're reaching a multicultural audience, because that's who's buying your products. So I thank you for pointing that out. I think that's a very big deal when script writers are down trying to create characters. Keep in mind, who do you deal with, and put them into the storyline as well.
And Jackie, let me just say, in closing this segment, we also have to be wise enough to build teams around us that elevate us as CEOs and executives. We're only as strong as our teams, and we have to have young, fresh, motivated, eager individuals around us that really are in tune with the trends, that are in tune with social media, that know how to execute things possibly better than us, most likely better than us.
The older I get, the younger my staff is. Yeah.
And not be afraid of that. Like a great team builds what your offering is so much better than you trying to do it as a island unto yourself, someone who can't be taught and can't be learned. Those teams provide an attractive carrot for you to present things to corporate sponsors so that they really can relate to the language that you're sharing to them.
Yeah, we need a webinar just on attaching brands. We're gonna have to have you back.
And I know this is not, I know this is inspiration for all of the viewers. So let me just say this, because I have to say it. There's a winner in every single one of you. And it is our responsibility to dig deep within ourselves, to be introspective, to seek the help that we need so that we can live our very best life, so that we can be optimal, so that we are thinking right. Surround yourself with great mentors, and push towards the goal and the dreams that God has planted in you. Trust me, it's not impossible. Every single one of us here on this podcast started at zero.
Exactly.
And God has pushed us forward because of relationships, because of conversation, because of believing in ourselves, and sometimes because of professional help. But it does not hurt you to reach out to people to help elevate your thinking, elevate your craft, elevate your workmanship. Don't try to do it alone. Find a great mentor and go, because there's a winner in you. Look, we're all winners. There's a winner in you, so go for it.